What's up, guys? It's your girl Caro and welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. And let's get started. This video is going to teach you how I was able to love myself, put myself first, change my mind, change my energy so that I can change the world around me, so that I can be the creator of my life. I've opened myself up and I have become a learner first. And I feel like that is the most important thing. When I first started this journey, my ending goal was to be wealthy. I wanted to be financially free and I wanted to have so much money that I could do whatever and anything that I wanted to do. And I started to listen to podcasts that would teach me about millionaire and billionaire people would do. I learned that they had spiritual routines, took care of themselves, they put themselves first, they put happiness first. So I started going crazy and listening to nothing but podcasts, and I wanted to learn everything about Oprah Winfrey, to Tony Robbins, to Grant Cardone. I just wanted to know what all these people were doing. So for a whole year, I dedicated myself on knowledge and listening, and I put my pride to the side and I became a learner first. And I just listened and learned, and I became a sponge. And the first thing that I did was be positive. I changed my perspective, I changed my energy. These last 2 months, since I made my last video, I have grown tremendously, and I think the reason why is because I changed my mind, started to understand why my brain, why that little voice in my head, why those negative thoughts would happen. And once I understood why it was happening, I became aware of the situation. I would catch myself, I would stop, and I would have an epiphany, because now the negative thoughts and the doubtful thoughts, they were not overpowering me. And I remember it so clearly. I was driving home thinking about making a video, and then the negative thoughts started, like, oh, who is gonna watch your video? Oh my gosh, you don't have time. And I literally stopped the negative thought and I was like, wow, this is my brain trying to save me from failure. Crazy part was when I caught myself, I actually felt so happy, because I then knew that I was aware of what was happening, and now I was going to be responsible for retraining my brain. Because again, if you saw my last video about how I manifested, I talk about how our brain is on survival mode. These last 2 months, I became aware. I would catch myself. I became aware. So now, the only other thing to do, if I don't want to keep in this limbo or in this zombie land of everyone, letting the outer world or letting your brain not let you succeed, I was not going to live that life anymore, for sure. I was not upset either, because I understood why my brain was doing that to me. Once you catch that negative thought and you stop, in my head, this is what happens. Like, I literally have like a chart in my head, and I'm like, all right, what are the pros and cons to this negative thought? Is this thought going to help me get through the day, or am I going to be a bitch? So I would literally break down this negative thought. That is this negative thought going to affect my attitude the whole day? If it is, and it's not positive, I'm not going to let that negative thought continue. Is this negative thought going to stop me from accomplishing my dreams? If it is, then X, I'm not even thinking about that thought anymore. So once I was able to catch the thought and not let it continue, oh my gosh, because once it continues, oh, what if I don't succeed? Oh, what if I do succeed and then they don't like me? Oh my gosh, what if I succeed and then everybody... You know, because it's happened to you before. Once you get really good at catching it and canceling it, now it's only possibilities. I haven't had like a negative thought maybe like in a couple days. I make videos. I be having negative thoughts when I make videos because I don't think that I'm good enough. I don't think that I've learned enough to even get on the camera and tell people. But once I prove myself wrong, or I say, listen, but you've done this, this, and this, now I open up the possibilities. Listen, you know what? Maybe somebody can learn from my story. I feel like we have been told that failing is horrible and that you are not a good student if you're always failing. That would almost be like, be scared of even trying, because if we're gonna go back to how your brain works, if you don't understand or if you don't know the outcome of the situation, your brain is not gonna let you do it. So I'm never gonna try anything new? Girl, I'm not living in that life anymore. So now that I believe in myself, that I don't allow negative thoughts because I understand them and I'm aware of them so I can cancel them out, now I can do anything that I want to do. I am not gonna lie, it is gonna be hard at first. And it has been hard for me, especially these last 3 weeks for some reason. But then I went back to my original plan. All right, I need more knowledge on this situation. I need to know and understand what is the next step. So I went back to listening to podcasts. I started listening to Mel Robbins. She is amazing. I love her because she is so real. But she has this, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or the countdown. When you tell yourself that you're gonna do something, even like when you get up in the morning and you open your eyes, you have like a couple of seconds before you start to have negative thoughts. So she says, in those couple of seconds, just give yourself a countdown. Open your eyes, and once you start feeling, you're like, oh, hold on, what am I gonna do? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just do it. Just do it. And honestly, it does help. Sometimes I'm like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm like, I get so mad, and I still get up and I do whatever I have to do. But inside, it does feel good that I'm doing it. And then once I tell myself that I'm gonna do the second thing, I literally have to do it, because then the first thing I did means nothing. And now I'm building a great habit. Oh my gosh, this is a life changer. She has this exercise that you give yourself a high five in the mirror every morning. Let me tell you, that is when I fell in love with myself. That I liked myself, but now like every morning I'm just like, you go girl, I got your back. So her exercise is literally, you're standing in front of the mirror in your bathroom and you look at yourself, like no filter, no makeup, you know, woke up like this, and you're literally looking at yourself, and like you're, whatever flaws you think you have, you're just accepting yourself for who you are. This is me. It's just me and you, sis. We got this. Fuck them. It's us. And like you high five yourself, and honestly, like I felt something. I feel like now the meaning of life starts from within. Don't get me started. Another way that I try and stay on track is I put my goals visible on a whiteboard right in front of my desk. Every time I go and I do my skincare routine, I do my makeup, I do whatever I gotta do on my desk or on my laptop, I see my goals every day. Sometimes I even stare at them and I daydream, and like that is exactly the point of why they're there, so that I can stay motivated. And whenever I'm feeling like, oh, like let me just go see Dexter real quick, like Dexter gonna have to wait for Sundays, okay? Because I got shit that I need to check off my list. I try to hold myself accountable. Like if you're gonna say it on Instagram, like you better do it in real life. And that's one way that I love that I stay true to myself and I hold myself accountable. So, you know, whatever I'm saying, you best believe I'm doing, okay? Wherever you're at in your journey, if like this is your first video getting started on how you're gonna change your life and how you are gonna attract wealth, but learning and understanding that it starts from within. So once you heal yourself from within, you're going to be able to have whatever you want to have, whenever you want to have it, by being the #1 learner. That is my #1 thing. The YouTube channel, it's called Impact Theory. Whew, if you don't listen to impact theory, he is the best. And he is the one who taught me to be a learner. I am so excited for your journey. Let me know where you're at in your journey too. Learning every day. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for educating yourself. Thank you for wanting to be more. Thank you for thank you for being your best self. Because that's what I gotta do. Till the next one.